Hi guys, I'm Tom Nguyen.
Tom Nguyen here.
Hey, it's Tom Nguyen. Hi, I'm Tom Nugent.
Tom Nguyen. Tommy Nakajima here.
Hi, I'm Tom Davidson. And let's talk pro comics.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Anyway, so for this week, I'm going to answer a question that I have gotten on occasion. I wouldn't say it's frequent, but I have gotten it. So the question is, do I, or in general, do pros hang out with each other? It sounds a little silly at first, but I guess it's kind of an interesting thing that a fan could wonder about. I think all pros have friends in the industry, so I guess it's kind of situational. It depends on whether some of them have families and kind of live in their own bubble, or some of them have time or are fortunate enough to live close to their friends who work in the industry and hang out with them. For me, myself, in Minnesota, there's a few pros that live around here. We're kind of a hub of illustrators in this area. Great friends with Doug Mankey's. Well, you know, you've heard about him in my other videos, and if you haven't heard of him, then shame on you if you're a comic book fan. You know, he's still one of my best friends, and we still try to hang out as often as we can. We don't hang out as much as we used to, but back when we were a team and we worked on the same books, we kind of had to see each other more often anyway, to hand off pages and things like that, and then we would kind of use that as an excuse to maybe grab a lunch or dinner or something. But nowadays, he's got a family, and you know, I'm not very conveniently located, you know, by him like I used to be. So I've got my own work and deadlines and some family obligations as well. So you know, Pat Gleason, I would see him on occasion. Again, same situation with Doug. I'd see him a lot more back in the day, but you know, he's got his own family, his own things. But the internet is a wonderful thing. It allows us to keep in touch. It kind of makes up for the fact that we don't see each other physically as often. Now, I know other pros that hang out with each other. I see it all the time online. You know, people in other states. I think the best way for pros to meet each other and actually hang out, get that chance, is probably Comic Cons. So usually at just about every comic book convention, there's a pro or two that I know that I'll try to, you know, have dinner with and stuff. Geez, I remember back in the early 2000s, at least for the Chicago Con, you know, when it was the old Chicago Con, but you know, I wasn't really a pro back then yet. I kind of became a pro, I guess, around the time when it kind of turned into Wizard World. And geez, I remember I used to party a lot back then. Man, that was like partying days for me. If some of you guys are fortunate or unfortunate enough to be a part of that or remember that, I'm sorry, but yeah, I used to throw parties at my hotel when I could afford it, and we'd have a bunch of pros come. But as far as pros in the industry these days, a lot of the contact is online. Like I said, Facebook is great for that. And then it's weird. Now I will get to know them for a while and we'll become friends only digitally online. And then when we finally meet in person at a show, we were fortunate enough to be at the same show, we'll be like, we've known each other all this time, which is true. But it's like, it's no big deal when we actually meet each other in person. I mean, Tim Townsend was one guy in particular I met in Texas. And, you know, we'd known each other online for a long, long time. But when we saw each other, it's like, hey, what's up, buddy? You know, and Keith Champagne is, you know, I consider him a brother, much more than my real loser brother. But we always make a point to hang out and even room together when we have the same shows. So we try to take advantage of that, since he's all the way in Connecticut and I'm in Minnesota. Another one is Angel Medina. I also consider him a brother. Whenever we're doing the same shows, we're always trying to do dinner and catch up. You know, oftentimes we'll do the same show in Tennessee, and we have a place that we traditionally go out to eat, and that's just like a thing that we always do. So there are very few friends in the industry where I really do try to make a point to hang out with. Other times, we'll see, we'll greet each other, and if the stars align correctly, then we'll do dinner, we'll get to know each other better. So, but I also find myself increasingly just kind of, you know, even though I'm much more social now than I was when I broke in, I was kind of an introvert. Sometimes just getting older in age, and after a long day at the show, you know, if I've got like commissions, or sometimes I brought real work, like deadline work I have to do in the hotel room, I'll just kind of politely skip out on dinner, and I'll probably bypass dinner, and maybe I'll just retreat to my hotel room just to get some work done. And it happens every now and then where that's the case. I'll try to hang out, try to mingle a bit and get to know other people. Everyone I've met in the industry is really nice, so I haven't really, I mean, not off the top of my head, had a bad enough experience for me to remember and tell you guys right now, for instance. But yeah, it's, you know, we're just like everyone else. You know, it's not like celebrities hanging out with celebrities. Some of you guys might think that way, some of you really hardcore fans, but really we're so regular and down to earth. And oftentimes I'll meet fans that I'll kind of get along with during the weekend. I'll invite them to dinner with us. So, and then sometimes the fans will become friends. So yeah, that's the answer for this episode of Comic Pro Frequently Asked Questions. So yeah, pros can and do hang out with each other. I mean, comics is the thing that binds us together. So, you know, what better excuse to be friends? So I will catch you next episode. I'm going to finish my ramen noodle deluxe here. It's really fantastic.